After finishing Boneworks, I was keen to dive into another VR game. While I struggled to get Skyrim with mods to run smoothly, I came across Hard Bullet. So I started the game with all the measurements they needed me to do to play the game, raising arms and stuff, you know what I mean, and tried out the first gun I saw, and was impressed how different and detailed it is, and that you can grab the gun at any place. They made me try some tricks. I was done with that gun and looked for something new and found a revolver. I must say I'm not used to how the game handles guns. Right after I found the revolver, I had a great idea. It would be cool if you could fan the hammer to shoot, like in a Western movie. Instead of just using the trigger. After experimenting with the revolver, I checked out the menu options and discovered a spawner that lets me summon any object, anywhere and in any quantity I desire in the game world. This feature is fantastic for testing things out. I selected the shotgun, spawned it on the table and was genuinely impressed by the variety of firearms available. For an early access game, having 5 pages of firearms is quite impressive in my opinion. After I was done with the menu, I went downstairs to see what is going on there. There was a wall of more firearms. Wow! There were even some older guns. Though I'm not an expert, so I'm just guessing. They certainly looked old. I gave them a try and decided to do a bit of exploring. Well, I actually just moved a little bit further ahead, to be honest. I found an AK, inserted the magazine and tried to load it. I was puzzled by the fact that you load it from the right side, not the left side. I mean, why? The next table in front of me had 2 wooden boxes full with magazines. My god, Rusty, you need to keep it clean. Seriously, you need to keep it clean. After finishing up in the hub area, I headed to the first arena to truly test out the game. Not really knowing the settings, I cranked everything to max. I mean, if my PC can handle it, why not, right? While exploring the room, I spotted a weapon similar to one I used back in my Kung Fu training days. I then went outside of the room and found more stuff. The whole room was full of things to use. I also found grenades. And a P90.
Yeah, let's go. Let's rush B. There you go.
So after I ran around in the arena, I figured out that there was nobody. It was empty. So I went back, clicked on start stop waves, and boy, I was wrong with setting up everything to maximum. The game went down from 60 FPS to, I don't know, 10? I mean, look at this. So I changed everything back to 2, and then it worked perfectly fine. So let me give you a tip. Don't do more than 2 on max alive count and dead bodies amount. I took my gun and ran around. When I went back to get a pistol and turned around, someone was in my way, aiming and shooting at me, so I shot him. After that, the game went a bit bonkers. And there was blood on the front side of the wall. That was the start when the AI went dumb. I mean, I have no problem with dumb AI, but that was just so dumb, it was funny. They were always tripping over things, like literally everything. I moved upstairs and found a chain. Since you can grab everything in this game, I tried out something wild. I jumped at the chain in slow motion and then turned around to shoot. It was so cool. Sadly, there were no enemies, so it was all for nothing. But still, it looked cool. I tried it again, missed the first jump. Then again, and well, I got my hand stuck in the roof and jiggled around there. Having freed myself, I used a shotgun and found a pistol on the floor. And in a true display of my genius, I just keep hitting the magazine against the one already in the pistol instead of reloading it properly. I heard a moan, turned around and saw the chain wiggling. The AI just ran straight into that hook. Well, I guess it's time for a different map. Kowloon it is. And what did I find? A spear. I threw it and missed. But I didn't know that you could knock down your enemies with your body. I crouched and grabbed the spear and this happened. Don't lose your head in battle. The next enemy shot at me from upstairs and missed. He tried to go down the stairs and fell. So I killed him. Then I grabbed a spear around the middle to charge at the enemies. But of course, there were none. The backside of my staff hit the band sander and I thought, no way! Yes, I thought you could chop the wooden part of the spear, but I was wrong. It would be nice if we could do that though. I charged at the next enemy and wow, that blade on the spear is sharp. I looked around and spotted some machines that could be started and used. A grinder. No, I'm not planning on throwing enemies in there. And a forklift. Looking at the forklift and raising it, I got attacked from two sides, front and back. So I stabbed the first one. Turning around, I realized I had barely any bullets in my left pistol and the right one was empty. So I emptied my clip, threw the right gun at him, grabbed him and he screamed. Hey! That was also the moment I realized I could grab the enemies. So I did just that. Threw him at the forklift, shot another attacker and got a bit stuck on the hook. I looked down and saw that I have two pistols again and going akimbo is always fun. So I did that. I then admired the area I'm in. Well, things you can see at least. I gotta say, it looks good. Time for a new map. And it crashed. Well, restart, map select, and it's the map dead end. Like in the Pink Panther. Didn't. Having nearly seen everything, I started with Shenanigans. Like slapping the enemy. And you can take their guns while they're still alive? Wow, okay, that's cool. I found a fire axe, grabbed it at the bottom with both hands and threw it. Tried it again and that was kinda disappointing, to be honest. I expected more. There's also on this map an enemy generator where you can customize your enemies on what to wear and stuff. There's also a special button. Excuse me? What? YouTubers? Somebody doesn't like YouTubers, I guess. I don't know what to say to this option, to be honest. So I spawned a handful of normal enemies, went to the 3 nades that are on the table, and boy oh boy is the performance poopy. Anyway, I threw that nade and the whole game just froze for a moment. By the way, I throw all 3 nades.
Oops.
Enough with that kaboom and pang pang stuff. Time to try out the important things in VR. Let's play basketball. Well, I'm better in real life, I promise. After hitting the basket with the ball, it's time to celebrate. So get the double barrel shotgun, reload it, and let's party. After the party is done, I'm off to more basketball. Sadly, dribbling doesn't work in VR yet. So I ran at the basket, jump in slow motion so that I don't miss, and kapow, I hit again. Time to throw that thing. Yeah, but not to the moon. Okay, let me try again. Okay, let me try it again. Well, I had enough of this. Time for a new map. Sadly, that froze and locked my whole PC. Thanks for tuning in, fellow explorer. Whether you learned something new, had a laugh, or simply passed the time, I'm grateful you were here. If this wasn't your cup of tea, I apologize. If not, I'm looking forward to share more adventures with you in the next video. I wish you a great and successful day, wherever you are. And don't forget, you can achieve anything if you work hard enough for it.